Braves entered their Week 6 matchup with Roncalli, a confident team, after defeating Culver the week prior. Their confidence got a huge boost on the opening kickoff, when senior Adam Vanderpool returned the kick 86 yards to pay dirt in an early 7-0 lead.
Oh yeah!
The Braves defense would force a 3-and-out by the Roncalli offense. 2 plays into the Braves' ensuing possession, quarterback Caleb Ellison would find wide receiver Gabe Wright for a 52-yard score and a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Use the man, let's go! Hey, they're not ready for it!
Again, the Braves defense would force a Roncalli punt. The Braves would go to the ground game on their next possession, where running back Isaiah Martin carved out chunks of yards on his way to a 2-yard touchdown plunge and a surprising 21-0 lead. The rebuff defense continued to terrorize the Rebels, forcing the ball back to the Braves, where Ellison would help the offense capitalize again, this time on a 17-yard touchdown scamper.
Oh yeah, get on field! Go!
After a Tyler Miller sack forced another Roncalli punt, the Braves again would drive deep into Rebel territory. But a sack at Ellison forced a successful Alex Potts 21-yard field goal to make the score 31-0 at halftime. The Rebels came out inspired to start the second half. On defense, they would force a punt after a sack of Ellison. It would drive the ball to the Brave 1 when running back Elijah Mahan would punch it in to get the Rebels on the board. The 2-point conversion would fail, leaving the score 31-6. After the Rebels forced another punt, disaster would streak as Alex Bevelheimer's punt was blocked and picked up by Luke Dill in return for a score. Again, the 2-point attempt would fail, leaving the Rebels trailing 31-12. The defense would force another Rebel punt, and this time the offense picked up the big play it needed in the form of a 60-yard Ellison to Michael Bales completion to end the third quarter. Ellison would find Jay Higgins to push the Braves' lead to 37-12. After the 2-point conversion attempt would fail. On the next Braves offensive possession, a mishandled handoff would give the Rebels the ball in Brave territory, but the defense would clamp down again as Tyler Miller recorded another sack and Anthony Ane picked off his 4th pass of the season. Ellison would connect with Wright again to get the Braves into the red zone. And a few plays later, Isaiah Martin punched it in again to push the Braves' lead to 4. And that's how the game would end, and the Braves would have even more confidence than they had when they entered the game. Friday night marks senior night, and the culmination of 4 years of hard work for many of the seniors.
I would say that my proudest accomplishment would have been, I would say, making it to state, because that year we were so amped up to be champions that year, and the fact that we were able to at least get to Lucas Oil, play on TV, in a place where I've dreamed about playing my entire life, and now I was able to play on kickoff on that field and see myself to this day on my DVR is very amazing, and I'm so proud of our team that year.
I think my favorite memory was just all of last year, the whole postseason, because before that I've never really had a postseason. We lost to Chittard both years right at the beginning, so that was like a whole new season, almost 2 seasons in one. That was just an amazing experience, and hopefully we get to do that again.
My favorite accomplishment has probably been beating Garin all 3 years, and hopefully this year too, and never losing to them. That's pretty cool.
Greatest accomplishment was actually being Cathedral, because being a part of something different, like being a part of a new program, and then being able to come to the program and beat our greatest rival was the greatest moment.
My favorite memories with the football team is always right before we go in after warming up after a game. We always kick a field goal, and everyone, if I make it, they follow me in, and everyone starts screaming. And it's just a good way to, well, if I make it, that's like the most stressful part of the game. So I know it's smooth sailing after that. And it's really fun and gets everyone hyped for the game.
Greatest accomplishment since I've been here was probably the regional championship game last year. We were expected to get blown out, wasn't supposed to be close, and we all kind of stood together and really just played our butt off for each other, and it was a lot of fun.
For me, probably beating Roncalli 2 times, being Cathedral, being Culver all 4 years, making it to state, those are all big programs that we've taken down. I think that's something pretty cool for a 3A school to do.
The most notable accomplishment would be beating Culver all 4 years that I've attended Brebeuf and being on the football team. Being that we haven't lost to them since 2010, it's been good to keep the legacy going.
Brebeuf's next opponent will be the Braves of Terre Haute South.
They're a good football team. They've scored a lot of points here in the past. With a lot of explosive plays from their athletes outside. We're going to need to do a good job defensively of keeping them off the scoreboard. When we're on offense, they play a nice little 3-4, bringing some pressures from a lot of different areas and mixing up coverages. So we're going to need to be disciplined and execute to win this football game.
Come cheer on the Braves of Brebeuf Jesuit as we celebrate homecoming this Friday night at 7:30.
That's it.
Raise on 3, 1, 2, 3, raise!